My clock says 7:01. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just a couple of you. We'll start seated for a moment. But I do want to get moving. This hour goes by so quickly. My new favorite quote that I found is by Frederick Buechner. He was a religious philosopher, and he said, "Here is the world. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid." Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid. I was talking with the Yoga Sutra study group last night, and we did a check-in with everybody, and one person was expressing having feelings of anxiety. One of my teachers says, when you're thinking too much about things in the future, worrying about things that may or may not happen, that's anxiety. And when you're focusing on stuff that happened in the past, bad things that happened in the past, regrets, that leads to depression. So a way to stave off anxiety and depression is to drop into the present moment. So let's go ahead and do that. Close your eyes. Just practice being present. Yeah, let's go ahead and inhale through the nose. Fill up, hold for a moment, and then open your mouth, big sigh. Gently seal your lip. And just be. So I'm going to go out on the mat, and if you need anything, just maybe take yourself, let me know by taking yourself off mute. You should be able to do that. And then I have a playlist in the chat if you want to go ahead and start that anytime. Couple more breaths. A trick about getting you into the present moment is to just feel. Let all of your senses come alive, hear the sounds around you. Maybe there's smells, temperature of the air on your skin. And then gently open up your eyes, reach your arms up overhead. Inhale, gaze up, chant Om as we place our hands in front of our heart. One more time like that, just feeling that vibration of Om right there. Your hands in front of your heart. Slowly place your hands down in front of you and take your legs back. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Take your legs back. Just for a moment, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Again, inhale to plank. Exhale it back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, push back. Inhale to plank. Lower your knees, lift your hips, bend your elbows, chest and chin on the floor. And then slide down all the way onto the floor. And when lift the right leg back, stretch it back, place it down. Finding length, do the other side. Heel, shoulder, neck, and head up, lengthening the heart forward and setting it down. Moving your hands to your lowest ribs, bringing your toes together, bend your knees, Bring them wide and push yourself back into a child's pose, and another pause here and just breathe. Really connect with your breath. Smooth inhales, complete exhales through your nose, in and out. And feel what happens to the body as you breathe mindfully in this position. Sound to your breath is a good thing, like a wave lapping upon the shore, and then receive. Come up to all fours, hands and knees, and let's move with our breath. So cat-cow, inhale, arch. Exhale, round your spine. Again, inhale, arch and open. Exhale, round. Inhale, collarbones wide. Exhale, round. Come to a neutral spine, slide your right leg back, curl the toes, push the heel back behind you. And then lift the leg up hip height and make circles here. So you want your hips level and you want that foot just right behind your hip, not too high. Point it strong back behind you, and then reach the opposite hand forward and balance here. Rooting down to the palm and the shin that are on the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower the knee and hand down. Do the other side. So first we're just getting a stretch here, curling the toes on the mat, pushing the heel back behind to the back of the mat. And then you mindfully lift the leg up without turning it out so the hips are level, the foot, if it's flexed, it's reaching downward. And then we'll make some circles with the foot to warm up the ankle. And then point the whole toe, whole foot back behind you. Keep the hips level. Opposite hand reaches forward. We're just trying to find some stability and feel our core helping us do that. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower the knee and hand down. And now make way to your downward facing dog again. Stretch it back this time. We'll stay here for a bit and you can work out the kinks. Pedal the feet. Maybe inhale through your nose and just flutter your lips on your exhale. Release your head and neck. Inhale, lift your right leg up really high. Let the hips open up, big hip opener, bend the knee. Try to keep the shoulders square to the mat. Let's do one big circle with the knee so you bring it into the chest, out to the side, and then back up to the sky. Straighten the leg, lower it down. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale, lift the leg up, hips open. Bend the knee. Big breath. Big circle, just one. Bring it in, bring it out. Knee to the sky. Straighten the leg. Lower it down. Start to walk your feet towards your hands and stay folded over. Take your feet about hip width apart. Inhale to a flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, lower it down, grab opposite elbows, release your head and neck, rock side to side. Release your hands down, soft bend in the knees, roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders over your hips. Head right over his sacrum. You can do a couple of rotations with the shoulder. And then find Tadasana, really feel the floor beneath you. And also lift up through the crown of the head. Collarbones wide. And now let's flow. So inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, release down, just a half a sun salute right now. Root down with your feet and rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Moving on. Inhale, reach up, stretch. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flat back. And then you're going to step your right foot back and pause and breathe in your first runner's lunge, coming up to fingertips and having an orientation forward here. One breath. And then put your hands down, step back, find plank. Let's hold and pause and plank. Feel your strength, feel your core. Rock forward a bit, come down to the knees. This time it's plank on the knees. Inhale your collarbones wide. Bend the elbows lower halfway down, hover. So this is chaturanga arms. If it's really hard today, maybe do the first several with your knees down. Tops of the feet on the mat, straighten arms and legs, arch up. Use your abs, go back, downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward. You can step or walk or hop forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Root down with your feet and reach all the way up as you rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, float it all the way down. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Now step your left foot back and we'll pause here. So if you come up onto your fingertips, you might not be so rounded, and you can gaze forward and take your collarbones wide and get a deeper stretch in that left hip flexor. One more breath. And then lower the hand down. Step back to your plank. You decide, knees or not. Exhale, lower. Tops of the feet on the mat. And it could be cobra if you like, or upward facing dog. And then we go back, downward facing dog, and breathe. In through the nose. And all the way up. Again, just like that. And as you're in this position, really feel the connection with the earth, feeling grounded. And then you're also lengthening the spine, sending the hips up towards the sky. One more breath there. Then lift heels, bend knees, gaze forward. Step or lightly walk or hop. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen and lower. And then rise up, gaze up. Light of the sun, right into the heart. Let's sit down like we're sitting in a chair. Inhale our arms up, reach. Exhale, lower the hands down and lift the hips. Inhale, flat back. And then chaturanga, you get there. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Let's do knee to nose. So come forward, shoulders over wrist, bring it in. Inhale the leg back. Come forward again, knee to nose, lift your hips. Inhale it back. This time hover, lift everything. Look at the thumb, step the foot right there. Gaze forward, inhale, back heels up right now. And then we'll go ahead and bring it down. Make sure you've got some space between the legs so you're not on a tightrope. Some people say heel to heel alignment here. I like a little more space. Inhale, reach up to your warrior one. Strong back leg. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the hands down, step back, find plank. Vinyasa flow of your choice. Take it back. Lift the left leg up. Shoulders over wrist, knee to nose. Inhale the leg up. Bring it in with a round spine. Inhale, lift the leg. This one, come in, lift everything, and step the foot next to the thumb. Bring the back heel down. Adjustment with your feet if you need. Rise up, warrior one, breathe. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Step back and flow. Three breaths in your down dog. And then inhale, lift heels, bend knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Sit in your chair, reach up, come to standing. Right here, we'll do Tadasana with either toes together, heels slightly apart, or you can still have some space between your toes too. Inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers. Point the pointer to the sky or ceiling, press the palms together, biceps by the ears. Feel the floor beneath you. Now lift your pelvic floor, lift your abs. So you're pressing down with the feet and lifting out of your waist. And then your transverse abdominal muscles are working, so it's like a corset being pulled in. Next inhale, we'll go up and over to the right side, sending the hips towards the left, making this crescent moon shape with your body. Try not to twist here. So your body's in one, your shoulders are even with each other, your hips are even with each other. And you're really pressing those palms together, muscles to bone in the arms and the legs. One more breath. And then next inhale, we'll take it up. Reset, adjust. I like to change the clasp of my hands. Just feel the difference there. Pressing palms together, biceps by the ear. Feeling the floor beneath, lifting out of my waist, cinching my waist, transverse abdominal muscles working. Muscles to the bone in the arm. And then up and over to the other side. Inhale it up. Fan the arms open to the right side for a twist. Stretch through the fingertips, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale the arms up, twist the other way. Inhale the arms up. Here we go again. Sit down in your chair, maybe fingertips to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands, lift your hips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Step the foot next to the thumb. Back heel can come down for warrior one. And if you don't like the way that feels on your ankle and your knee, you can always take that variation with the heel up, press a lunge. One more inhale here, hands to the heart, adjust your feet, move into warrior two. Really take a moment to sink down into it so you can really feel the pose. One of the things I was thinking about with my student slash friend on the Yoga Sutra study group is sometimes we just need to get into our body, get out of our head, get into our body, which is what is so beautiful about Hatha yoga, the physical practice of yoga. Extra bend in the knee, flip both palms up, pinkies higher than the thumbs, and slowly take it back for a big side stretch here as you reverse this warrior. Inhale here as you gaze up. Exhale, turn and face the back foot. And then one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the leg for a moment. Bend back into it. This time, reach forward, point the tailbone back, lightly place the elbow on the knee. Inhale, energy lifts you up so there's not a lot of weight. Exhale, arm alongside your ear, palm facing down, and yet you can spiral your heart up. And if you like this spaciousness here with this modification, stay here. Or some of you want to take the hand to the outside of the ankle, maybe with a block. One more inhale here, finding the length. Exhale, lower the hand all the way down, lift the back heel. I'm going to heel toe my right foot off to the right side. Lift the right arm up, hug the hips in, suction up, pelvic floor. One big circle with the arm back down and around. And then lower the back knee, bend the foot, see if you can reach the foot. Otherwise, just take the hand on the sacrum and gaze over the shoulder. Release the foot. Inhale the arm up. Exhale, bring the hand on the inside of the leg. And maybe take a moment here, gazing forward, moving the foot off to the side, lizard pose. I'm going to stay with my arms straight today. And my back leg off. And the back heel goes down. I'm going to keep my right hand there on fingertips and reach this, left arm up. And I'm gazing up. So this is a place where if you want to take a bind, you can take the arm behind the back. So half bind just like that, or a full bind. Inhale, wings wide. Exhale, lower the hand down, lift the back heel, step back, plank pose. Oh my gosh. And then a vinyasa flow. Notice the sides feeling quite different here after all that work with the right leg. So we will even it out. Inhale the left leg up. Step the foot next to the thumb. Back heel goes down. Warrior one. You like that variation with the back heel up? No, you can use up. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the heart and find way to your warrior two. So I think a little shuffle in the feet, like to deepen it, widen the stance a bit, and then just make sure the foundation's right with the legs. In our bodies, working our bodies, feeling the power and the strength of our own bodies. Sink in the knee a little bit more, flip the palms up, lift up through the crown of the head, hinge back to reverse your warrior. Inhale it back, warrior two. Push into the ball of foot, straighten, and then bend. Reach forward as much as you can. This thigh bone can drop down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Arm alongside the ear, palm facing down, gaze and heart trying to face upward. Strong back leg, finding length, energy going through the outer edge of the foot, all the way up through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, take the hand all the way down to the mat, lift the back heel, adjust this front foot. You can move it off to the side of it. And then left arm goes up, strong back leg. One big circle here, sweep it down, and then forward, and then up. Gently drop that back knee. Bend it, see if you can reach the foot, or hand on sacrum, gaze towards, over the shoulder. Slowly come out of it. So you lower the back foot, bring the arm around on the inside, lifting the back knee, moving this left foot off to the side even more. You could turn the knee out, you could turn the foot out. So variation here of lizard. And then the back heel's gonna go down and it's extended side angle again, this time variation B. So your wings are wide and you can stay here or look up, let the hand fall back, half bind or full bind. Inhale, wings wide. Exhale, hands down, step back and flow. Make way, downward facing dog, or if you need a break, you can head to child's pose. For a couple breaths, 3 breaths. And then inhale the right leg up, step it next to the right thumb, and this time go all the way up to warrior 2 and straighten the front leg. Set up for triangle. So for my triangle, you hear heel to arch alignment a lot. I like to do heel to heel. You can play around and see in your own body. Make sure the back foot is turned in slightly, root down in the ball of the front foot. You tend to be very flexible, you might hyperextend, so make sure you don't. Micro bend that knee. And then you can drop this right hip a bit. It can move off to the side a bit, so you're not perfectly between 2 panes of glass. And then find your shape. Lately, I've been thinking about filling up that top lung with my breath. Gaze up, let the hand fall back. You can do a little wrap here too. And then inhale, wings wide, hand on hip, look down, bend that right knee. And you're gonna find a half moon, so you can hop the back foot in, move this right hand pretty far away from the foot so you have the foundation's nice and wide. And then play around with this shape. Maybe lift the fingertips. And then see if you can gracefully step back into a reverse warrior. Exhale, hands down either side of front foot, step back, plank pose. Vinyasa flow or skip it and head to down dog. All that on the left side, lift the leg up, step it through, all the way to warrior 2. Straighten that leg. Be mindful about the foundation, the feet, the placement of the feet. And then taking care of this knee, rooting down in the ball of the foot. You can see if you push down in the ball of the foot and then think about lifting the arch up, the knee spirals. That means you're doing an external rotation here, which is great. And then your hips can shift as this hip goes back and down. And you try to be even on the other side, but it might feel very different. And then again, trying to just feel the breath, fill up now this right lung. Gaze up, let the hand fall back. Maybe do a wrap. And then hand on hip, look down, bend the front leg, little hop forward, half moon pose. It's normal to be wobbly, I think especially in the morning. And then reach up. You did it on the other side. Play around with it, challenge yourself. Maybe lifting fingertips. Then you gotta bend that standing leg to try to take it back gracefully, reverse. Exhale, hands down, step back. And vinyasa flow or skip it. Okay, one more. Lift the right leg up, step the foot next to the thumb. Back heel's gonna come in a bit. Inhale towards a flat back. So we're making this pyramid shape with the legs. And then exhale, release down, release head and neck. Gaze down, bend the front leg, lift the back leg. Standing split. And then release your head and neck again. Walk your hands forward. Take a bend in the standing leg. Level off your hips, that back leg's parallel with the mat, and then it's like a lift off. Airplane your arms, warrior three. Rolling the shoulder heads up, shoulder blades towards each other, fire up triceps. Now, challenge here, hands to the heart. Take the left hand down, right arm up, so revolve half moon. See if you can step back and keep your orientation to the same direction. So you're gonna lower the back leg and lift up. And now you're in crescent lunge with a twist. Take the back arm forward. Both arms reach up. Right hand grab left wrist up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to straight. Exhale, lower hands down. Take your vinyasa flow. Inhale, left leg up. Step it through. Back heel goes down. And step it in a bit. And then come up to a flat back with the pyramid shape of your leg. Exhale it down. Release your head and neck. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, gaze forward, bend the front leg, lift the back leg, and then see if you can think about the crown of the head towards your big toe, releasing head and neck, allowing your head to be heavy as that right leg is floating up. From here, we will bend the knee, the front knee, and get our back leg parallel to our mat. And then lift the arms up. It's hard. Rolling the shoulder blades towards each other, opening the heart center, collarbones wide. Warrior three. Hands to the heart. Right hand down. Left hand reaches up. And then we're gonna do something different here. No, we're not. We're gonna slowly step back and find our twist, crescent lunge with the twist. Back arm down, forward, both arms reach up. Left hand grabs right wrist up and over. Inhale it up, exhale, hands down. Take a flow and meet in downward facing dog. Doing on time. Okay, good. Want to do some standing poses. So you're going to lift heels, bend knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop towards your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. And then rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Rock weight to your left leg and inhale your right knee up. Pull the knee up towards the shoulder. And then place the hand on the hip. Take the peace sign finger, see if you can reach down and hook that toe. And then roll that shoulder back. Work that leg towards straight. It doesn't have to be all the way straight. What I'd prefer is to make sure your shoulders are over your hips. And then take it out to the side. You can counterbalance with the other hand. We're going to go to figure 4 chair. So you cross that right ankle over the left, hands to the heart. You can either grab the foot and the knee with your hands, or you can try to bend down, interlace, and we're going to take it up. So this is essentially pigeon pose, the different orientation. And then set it right back down for your chair, hands on your hips, step your feet together, come to standing. Woo! Try that on the other side, so weight in right leg. Left knee comes in. Right hand on hip. Then down, 2 peace sign fingers, grab the toe, and then we try to stand up, roll the shoulder back. Now this leg, if it comes straight and it just is bent, that's fine. One more breath here with it out in front. Padangustasana, Urdhva Padangustasana A. Take it out to the side. Counterbalance. And then let's bend and see if we can find that chair pose on the side, figure 4 and chair. This is where the side is much harder for me. But I'm gonna try. Ooh. And release it back down, find your chair, hands on hips. Oops. Step it. Hands to the heart. And just feel what's going on in your body now. Sit down like you're sitting in that chair. Inhale your arms up. Stay in your chair, take your arms back behind you. Shoulder blades together, strong arms, collarbones wide, heart forward. Still in our chair, sink a little lower, but lift your heels up. So knees are bent, heels are up. And then lower the heels. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come to standing. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, float down. Inhale, flat back. And then step it back. Find planks. Let's pause and plank. Strong legs, strong arms. All the way to the outer edge of the left foot. Try to stack your feet. If not, one could be in front of the other. Any variation you like to do here. Some people like to lift that back leg. Inhale, reach the arms forward so you're creating this one line right side of the body. Exhale, hands down. Go right away without thinking to the other side. Inhale, reaching the arm forward. Exhale, lower down, push back, downward facing dog. From here, I want you to step your feet to the outside of the hand and squat down. Balasana pose, rock side to side. So you look a bit like a frog here. Try not to be round. So rooting down with the feet, lifting up through the crown of the head, lifting pelvic floor, abs up, and then squeeze the knees into the elbows. So it's not just elbows pushing knees out, there's a resistance. You can stay here or you can lower your hands down, lift your hips, turn your toes, play around with crow pose. So that's bending the elbows but have to be over the wrist, so you rock forward and you play around with lifting one foot at a time, and maybe eventually we're balancing. And then lower the feet down, find a forward fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees a lot though. Lift the feet, slide the hands underneath. Stepping on your hands, and then you release your head and neck. And I like to rock side to side, forward and back, wiggle my toes, massage to the hands and the wrists. So the goal is to get the toes all the way to the wrist. You might need to really bend the knees to do that. Release the hands, roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time. And then when you get there, rock weight to the left foot again. Lift the right knee up, hug it into the right shoulder again. Moonrise twist, take the left hand, grab the outer edge of the foot, and you really need to keep the shoulders over hips here. You're gonna work that leg towards straight, doesn't have to be all the way straight. Let me turn for you. So what I do wanna make sure happens is you don't cross leg in front to the left side. So pushing it out to the right so it's in line with right hip. And now here's my leg is bent and it's okay. But shoulders are over the hips. And then bring that hand around if you can, grab the inside and a little lift. And then you can step or fall out of it. So let's try the other side. Weight in the right leg. Inhale the left up. And then you take the right hand. Grab the outside of the foot, but come back up to standing. Working the leg to straight. You don't want it crossing over here. So you're pushing it into the hand, which is on the outside of the foot. Left leg staying in line with left hip. And then the back arm comes around. You got both and you lift, bend the knee. Let it go. Rub your hip flexors here. Take your feet wide to the edge of your mat and make big circles with straight legs. You can go in both directions. One more standing balancing pose, dancer's pose. So weight in left leg. I like to take the elbow to the hip with the palm facing up and bend the right leg and then gaze towards the leg. See if you can grab the inside with an open shoulder. So this would not be an open shoulder if you want like that to grab it. If you have trouble doing it, you can grab the outside, that's okay. Bring the knees together, draw the tailbone down. Other arm lifts up, lift up towards the sky. Push the foot into the hand. Hinge forward, kicking the foot into the hand. Try not to be a doggy at a fire hydrant. So the foot goes straight up, the knee goes back. One more breath in your back bend, and then come up. Hands to the heart, do the other side. Elbows on the hip, palms facing up like it's holding a tray. Weight in right leg, bend the left. Gaze back, keeping the shoulder open. Don't do that rotation, so bad for the shoulder. So if you can't grab the inside, you grab the outside of the ankle or the foot. Bring the knees together, find that stability first, and then you push the foot into the hand, and your back starts to arch. You're trying to make it so the foot is going straight back and up, and the knee is going straight back instead of off to the side, yeah? That was, and then you hinge forward as well. One more breath, and then slowly take it up. Inhale, reach up. This time I want you to do a little back bend while we're here. Exhale, float down. Inhale, flat back. Step it back to your plank pose. Slowly lower down. We're going all the way to our bellies. Stretch the right leg back, top of the foot down. Stretch the left back, top of the foot down. Heel up to your cobra, doing all the work with your upper back. Lift your hands up. So think, wide, shoulder blades towards each other. Triceps engaged, lifting arms up. Right now I don't have my legs up. Just focusing on that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, face the right side and relax. Something different today. You're going to, so this is hard to explain if we're not in person, but let's try. You're going to shimmy your hands underneath your body with the palm facing down. Palm facing down. So you're trying to get the fingertips to touch underneath your body. And then, if you're lucky, you've got this little, the hip bone is right on the forearm. So try to make it so it's like that. And then lift the right leg up. That hip bone will be pressing into the forearm. Might not feel so good. A deep stretch, pressure, massage there. Active right leg. Lower it down. Do the left. Lift the leg. Feel that hip bone pressing into the forearm. And then lower it down. Shimmy them a little closer. Bring your face even closer towards the mat, turning towards the mat. See if you can lift both. Lower that down, rock that out, turn the head to the other side and relax. Bend your knees, see if you can grab the outer edge of your feet. If that doesn't work, just keep your hands along your sides. You're gonna lift your arms and your legs. If you have the feet, you push the feet into the hand and you lift everything that you can up. And then lower all the way down. Hands next to ribs, peel up to a high cobra, and then push back down dog. And then we'll just spin right around onto our back. Stamp your feet next to your hips. Bridge pose, lift up. Bringing shoulder blades towards each other, collarbones wide, heart lifted. You can have your palms up or you can interlace if you like. I like to have a lot of space. So I like to have a nice long neck, so I move my head away from my shoulders, but I do not press my neck into the mat. So there's space between the mat and the neck. If you want to go into a full wheel and you know how to do that safely, feel free. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Otherwise, come out of it one vertebra at a time. Drop your knees to touch. Bring your heels to the edge of your mat. You can even pigeon toe your feet and reach your arms up to the sky. And then let the arms cross and hand falls to opposite shoulder. Breathe here. Inhale, arms up to the sky again. Cross the other way like a big hug. Inhale the arms to a T. And then bring your feet together and lift your knees and feet up, tabletop your shins, active here. Drop knees to the left, keep your right shoulder on the mat. You can even gaze to the right. Let your knees hover. And then on an exhale, you lift it up. Go to the other side. Knees drop to the right, left shoulder stays down. Gaze towards the left. Hover. Exhale it up. Take the hands behind the head, lift up. Bring both elbows to the right knee and straighten the left leg. Pull the right abs in. Tabletop the shins wide. Both elbows to left knee. Straighten right leg. Pull the left abs in. Now opposite elbow to knee. You can go nice and slow with control. Let's do that again. 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you are even on both sides. Take your arms and legs up to the ceiling or the sky. Shake everything out. And then hinge forward. Sit up straight and tall. Get the flesh away from your bum. You're gonna have the hands behind your back. Lift. And then walk your hands in. Fold forward. Inhale, lift up. Take the legs wide. You can bend the knees. So when you bend the knees and flex the feet, you can rock up onto the sit bones. So make sure you're on the sit bones. That's important. And then if you're on your sit bones and it feels like it's accessible, you straighten one leg and then the other. And then you slowly try to tilt from the whole pelvis, hinging forward there. And you can keep the hands behind you and reach up through the crown of the head, or you can walk the hands forward. Whatever feels better to you. Inhale, come up. Turn and face the right leg. Try to sit up straight and tall while keeping this left hip down, reaching up through the crown of the head. And then on an exhale, try to bow down the heart over the knee, and you can reach your left hand forward. And then inhale, come up, turn and face the left foot. So reaching up through the crown of the head, trying to keep this right hip down. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, try to place the heart over the knee as you reach the right arm forward. Inhale, come up. Let's bend the knees. You can use your hands to do so and stamp the feet just a little bit wider than hip width. And then drop the knees to the right. Take the left hand all the way around. Gaze over right shoulder. So both hands are behind your hips. The big twist. And then face forward, unwind, and go all the way to the other side. Dropping knees to the left. The right hand comes around, goes back behind you. It meets the left hand, and you gaze over left shoulder, big twist. And then come forward. Just one last thing, just for a moment. Stamp your feet, hands are back, lift up. So today is Juneteenth. Something that you can Google a bit, learn about a bit, some point today. Unless you know all about it, but take some time to reflect upon it. And then let's slowly lower all the way down and straighten our right leg, straighten our left leg. Bring our hands out. They can be nice and wide. Don't be afraid to take up space. And then fully, completely relax. So if you have the playlist going, you're probably in an okay spot, but the last song is even more relaxing than the second to last. And this is also another moment to really feel your body. So now, after all that work, where we were just focusing on our bodies, moving our bodies, getting into our bodies, you can feel the benefits of that. And receive all of the benefits. And when we pause at the end of the movement, we're really letting the healing work happen. As we worked out the tension and the stress and the yuck. When we pause, we allow it to move out and away. Instead of when we jump up right away, the old muscle habits pop right back into place. So it's like melting, transforming. Please stay exactly as you are. Don't move. What I'd like to experiment with doing here is just leaving you guys in Shavasana. So you can stay and linger. I'll go ahead and sign off, and I love you. And the light within me honors and sees the light within you, but please stay in your beautiful Shavasana. Namaste.